people. Hey, people. I am honestly doing a boredom stream because I am bored and I am sitting out here in the car. Welcome in Sunset Creations. So the StreamYard link is in the chat for anybody that wants to hop on the panel. Welcome in SNS. Sorry, y'all. I'm not trying to robot, but you know, my phone signal sucks. Welcome in, Goat. But as I said, I'm doing a stream because I'm a little bored and I'm sitting out here in the car waiting on Hunter to get done seeing the baby. I hope everybody is having a good morning. It's a rainy day here, but it's still sunny.
Howdy.
Hello.
Just wanted to let you know I'm still wearing that shirt. I'm 5 days in with it now. I got to go to a funeral today, but I'll still be wearing the shirt. I'm going to wear it underneath my dress shirt.
Hey, whatever.
More power to you.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hey.
I still want to pick your brain. I'm going to go down and give away free water sometime this week down in Lanigan, but I'd like to pick your brain.
Yeah.
You're pretty smart on stuff, and I need pretty smart on stuff a lot. I'm not saying you're just pretty and smart. I'm saying you're pretty smart.
I just have a thing
Don't
for
confuse
research.
It. Yeah, you have a knack for being able to do that. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I don't have that knack, but you do, and she's roboting again.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to Sunset Creations to be so good.
My kitty is mad at me. He won't come and see me anymore.
Mine's laying over here in a chair.
I put nail caps on him, and he won't come near me now.
I don't like you.
He thinks I am his stretching and scratching post, and wants to come and lay up on my chest all the time. And I'm like, look, you can't use me as your scratching post. It hurts. So I put caps on him.
We lost the host. Which way did she go, George? Which way did she go?
Which way did she go, George? Which way did she go?
But
and she took a left at Albuquerque.
Yeah, took the wrong turn at Albuquerque. But yeah, we're gonna go down and donate some water. I don't know if I'll do it today or not because of the funeral, but it all depends on what time we get done with the funeral.
Now, does your area allow for people to how do they call it? Because every state it's different. Where you can catch rainwater and treat it and use it.
Yes. Right now, this one little old lady, her son, who is in his 60s, is hauled over 10,000 gallons of water from a place where the water is clear and clean.
That's that one house, right? That you showed on your channel?
Right. The mobile home?
Yeah. Yep. I remember that.
Well, just to safeguard against getting in trouble, I'm going to sit on their private property and give away water.
Now, see, I live in Michigan. I am surrounded by freaking water. I mean, I've got literally water on, like, every street around me has a little lake on it. we are not allowed to capture rainwater.
Right.
Same with Florida. Florida's not allowed to capture rainwater or use solar energy to go completely off grid.
Right. I've seen those videos on that. That one guy got arrested for putting a windmill up on the side of his house.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was strange.
Wow.
But I have two wells here. One of them's over 400 feet deep. It pulls it through limestone. It's very well filtered. My water comes out clean, clear, and tastes just like water. That's all there is. There's no
I wish.
aftertaste, no nothing. I've had my water tested. My water tests out better than any city water around here.
I won't even cook with my well water.
Well, you live in Michigan. There's a difference.
Yeah. Our well water is so high in iron.
In Flint, Michigan, I know the water comes out of the showers down there kind of a rusty brown.
Worse, it's come out gray, it's come out yellow. That water was literally poisoning everybody. And the people of the city, the actual officials knew about it.
But Mimi's gonna.
I had somebody say our well water tasted like bottled water the other day.
I only drink bottled water, or like if I go into like my mom's house or something, she has city water, I will go and fill up jugs at her house, but I will not drink or cook with my well water. It's that high in iron. I think if you were to drink even a glass of our water, you'd probably end up with a kidney stone by the end of the day.
We have calcium and lime in ours, and that's it. We don't even have sulfur. And everybody on the other side of 71 who has wells has sulfur water. But
yeah, we don't have the calcium or anything like that. We have just, I mean, it's, if we have a water leak anywhere near our house, even if it's a pipe underneath the house, it will smell so high of iron, you think that somebody's bleeding close to you.
Wow. Were you ever a nurse?
Me?
Yes.
No.
I was wondering.
But I've had a lot of accidents.
Well, the reason why I was wondering is because you used you would swear someone was bleeding next to you.
Because that's exactly what it smells like. It's so weird, but that's the only thing you could think of to smell. Like the high iron smell, like penny smell.
Well, you wouldn't have iron poor blood.
Copper.
And it's so weird because like the only thing I can describe that's anything even close to it would be blood. And unfortunately, I know what death smells like. Not too far from my house, like literally not even a mile from my house, somebody was hit by a train a few years ago.
Yeah.
And even weeks later, you could walk past there and still smell death.
Yeah, you can still smell it.
Ew. Yeah, and that was actually a friend of the family. And that wasn't the first time he was hit by a train either. Yeah, he didn't learn his lesson the first time.
I had a buddy.
Stephanie.
Go ahead. I'll shut up.
I would say Sunset Creations asked how old your cat was.
He will be a year right around 4th of July.
You can unmute now, Esme.
Can I unplug my ears? Take my earplugs out?
I don't know if you guys have heard of this guy. It's Moses something is what he goes by. And Moses is a nickname. And it's because he actually designed a water unit that it creates water out of just sucking the air in like a condenser would do. And he actually gave one to Flint, Michigan because of how bad their water is. So people can come and fill up jugs and get pure water.
He pulls the humidity out of the air.
Yeah. And he usually gives them to places like when Katrina hit down there in Louisiana and stuff, he actually gave a unit to them as well so that people could have clean drinking water. He does it every time there's a natural disaster. He'll go and drop one of those machines off.
Well,
Except for Flint. In Flint, Michigan, though, they decided, we're going to be dumbasses and ruin it and vandalize it within the first week. So now it's hanging from a crane. So that way people can't vandalize it no more.
In Lanigan down here, their brilliant mayor thinks that by putting a filter on the water, it'll get rid of the radiation.
Yeah, no.
Hell,
just to get rid of the iron in my water, that'll take 3 filters.
Do what, dude?
I must have some lurkers. It says I have 6 viewers, but only 2's typing in chat, so I must have some lurkers.
Oh, well, them lurkers are giving you views anyway. Don't worry about it.
Well, you got to think, if there's 6 and there's only 2 typing, there's 3 of us up here. That means there's only 1 lurker.
And that's...
No, you're on panel, unless you're actually in chat, it only shows the 6 people in chat.
I'm in the...
Because
I pull up the chat. I still use chat for
I was in FTP's I was in FTP's channel last night, and there were 2 people on his panel, and I was the only person in chat, and there was somebody else in chat, and I was sitting there typing, and I thought they were still in chat, and then when I looked, it said there was only 1 viewer, and I was like, I guess I'm talking to my damn self here.
Hey, Desert Go, I heard yesterday was your birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh, yesterday was Goat's birthday? What?
Is he 21 now?
I don't know how old Goat is.
Well, I can't see chat. If I hit the chat button, I still can't read it.
Yeah, my chat from YouTube isn't actually moving, but in StreamYard, somewhat moves.
Yeah, 20 minutes from now, I'll be able to see it.
Sunset, he doesn't actually scratch us ever, to where we don't actually need a spray bottle for anything. He just does this weird little stretchy thing to actually climb up on me, and when he does, it tends to, my skin is super sensitive, so it feels like he's actually digging them in. When he was to play with us or anything, he doesn't bite us, he doesn't scratch us. He's a very gentle, sweet cat.
Goat said he's older than 21 by a few years, so.
Yeah, my birthday got brought up, and then I was told it was Desert's yesterday.
I haven't been.
I gotta tell the lurkers what Sunset said. The lurkers can't say hey.
Sunset will get on to him. She's a cat lover too, by the way.
I'm not so much a cat lover. I've had cats my whole life, but I'm also allergic to them. We only have this sweet boy because my youngest is doing so well in school this year, and he's been begging for a cat. So we let him pick out a cat. And he just adores this cat and actually helps take care of him so that he learns responsibility.
We have a cat and German Shepherd crossed hound that likes to sleep in the house.
You're roboting.
I said I got 1 cat and 3 kittens.
I did have 5 ferrets. We've got 2 old boys left. We don't eat them. They're my sweet boys. There's no rescue around here that will actually take ferrets. So anytime there's ferrets that need a home, I take them in.
I had alpaca for supper the other night.
We've got 1 old boy left and 1 that's about 2 years old.
I didn't know I was going to like alpaca, but it's kind of like beef.
I like shark, and it reminds me a lot of chicken. Just a very flaky chicken.
It's very light and flaky. There's Mommy of Minnie and the big circle of death. There she is.
I'm back. I wasn't giving up.
It's like
Did you
my
sell out the first?
stream the other night.
Grandma,
I was trying to. Go ahead.
I was gonna say my children's grandmother just texted me because I sent her a little bit of money yesterday from my daughter for her birthday to get her birthday present that she wanted, and I was making sure she received money yesterday in her account, and she told me that she had received the money, but they still ain't went and got my daughter's birthday present.
Hi, Jeremiah.
Hey,
Hi, Justin.
oh, we got Jeremiah in here.
Jeremiah Raber.
And Justin Emo.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeremiah, Justin.
Yeah, the other night when I was doing my bonfire real quick, I was actually trying to show the biggest log in there. It looked like it was glowing from the inside out, and it looked really cool. And for some reason, my mic would not stay on.
You know, I would have never known who Jeremiah Raber was if it wasn't for the other night.
Breaking Amish.
See, I heard that. I don't watch cable TV ever, but I was watching him when he was going out with My Eye on You doing the predator hunting.
Sewanee County Predator Hunter. Yeah. I think it's a good thing they're putting those people out there like that.
I agree.
I know a lot of people say, well, you know, that's blah blah blah, and that's this, and that's that.
It's no different if they got caught by the police, because then they would be out there publicly anyway.
Well, some of them that they've caught have been officials.
Well,
that's even more reason to get their names out there.
Yeah.
I you know, it's hard for me to say how everything goes, but I can honestly say, you know, that I am very happy that they go out there and they do things like that because of what has happened to my child. So, you know, I have 100% full support of these people. I will support them, you know, every way, shape, or form that I can. My child. So,
well, that's why I tell everybody I'm not an auditor. I'm not an activist like you would think. I support those people however I can. And then I fell into this Lanigan thing. So I guess I am doing semi half-assed activism. I just don't know what the hell I'm doing. So
for me, it depends on the time of the year. Because if it's winter, I'm a supporter. If it's summertime, I'm an activist.
But you know, and that's just the way it works for me. I'm not that quick on the draw when you get out there. When you get out there on the street and they start asking questions, I'm the stupid one. I don't see the loaded questions coming at me. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And,
I'm just a supporter in the winter because I don't leave my house in the winter. I can't be in a car without a panic attack if it's winter.
But
I was that instead actually assaulted in the English, it is not great.
We can only hear about a quarter of that.
Yeah, I started to say I'm lost. I didn't hear.
Okay, can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I was saying down in the state of North Carolina, if a male is sexually assaulted, it's not considered rape. But if a female is sexually assaulted, they consider it rape then. And
I think a lot of times it depends on the situation because men can be raped too.
Well, I'll tell you what my grandfather.
But in the state of North Carolina, males can be raped according to the law book.
But you have to understand that my grandfather was raised in an era when women wore dresses. And he used to say there's no such thing as rape because a woman can run faster with her dress tail up than a man can with his pants down. And but like I said, he lived in an era where women only wore dresses. They didn't wear pants or tight fitting clothes or anything. They wore dresses. And I know that sounds strange, but it does have some kind of logic to it.
And she's back. Oh, I get it. I live really close to a huge community that's mostly Amish.
You don't ever hear of them getting raped.
No, I'm just saying I understand about the difference between like what we all wear now and how they stick to tradition, and women wear dresses. They don't wear tight-fitting, revealing clothes. They don't wear pants.
Right.
And the community that I live near, they don't even show their hair. They have to have their bonnets on.
Yes. I've always said that when these women put on these tight-fitting clothes and do this, they want us to look, but then when we look, they want to know why we're looking, and I never understood
exactly.
That. Because I'm just window shopping, you know. Not like I'm trying to buy anything. Why are you looking at my butt? Because you got words wrote across it, and I'm trying to read it, and one of them's stuck in the crack of your butt, and I can't see it.
Or you have to turn side to side to get it all the way around.
The hell is that?
Hey, my logo's not showing up. Okay.
Or they go the other way and they have something written across their chest, but their chest is so big it stretched the letters way the hell out and you can't read it either.
Right. It goes out and in and then back out and around. And it's like,
yeah.
I'm just trying to see what the shirt says. No, you're not supposed
That's
to.
That's why I refuse to ever wear a shirt with any type of lettering or picture on the front.
Well, I specifically chose this one that says Ireland on it, just so they'd know I was wearing the same shirt every day. I've only got one of these shirts.
Well, you know what, 10th Man 5.0, if you got a problem with my River being here, you can help. Because, for one, he's an amazing person, so bye-bye.
Who's an amazing person?
Jeremiah is. It's okay.
Jeremiah.
Well, yeah, I can agree with that. I start to say, if you're talking about me, I'm not amazing.
Don't worry, 10th man's gone.
No, this is what drama brings to the program.
Oh, I already got him. I got him gone out of FTP that one day because I used logic and he ran and hid. So he's gone out of this room too.
10th Man 5.0?
Yeah, that's not.
Poor little feller. It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me that a lot of people that come on here have nothing else to do in life but just harangue other people.
It's because they're miserable people, and misery loves company.
But I don't want to be company with misery.
And it's sad that they can't come up with a better sock account than to be a sock account off a 10th Man. I mean, come on, people. Be creative.
Me, I just don't give them the time of day.
Oh, they've got all kinds of sock accounts about me out there. I don't care.
I don't deal with harassing. I don't deal with bullying. And everybody knows that. That's my rules. When I'm a mod in that room, I don't deal with it.
The neat
free
thing
speech is one thing, but you don't harass and you don't bully.
the neat thing is the people that were stating they had my DD-214 actually had to come out and tell the truth that they don't have my DD-214. I thought that was sweet. Like I gave a care. But anyway.
Well, it's like when Beaver tried to call me out and say that I was in Friends of Code's room still when he said it. And it was at least 10 minutes after I'd left. I had no clue. But I proved at least 2-3 times. He kept going back and forth. Oh, it is AKs. Oh, no, it's not AKs. Back and forth. Within just a few minutes, he was stumbling all over himself.
Oh, night he tried to say that you told him to answer questions and stuff, and then they get on stream and he's like, "Well, I heard you had questions for me." No, your video said you needed to find Stephanie and ask her questions before. And he's like, "Well, there's nothing to talk about." Like, are you fucking kidding me? You just start all this bullshit drama. Want me to call her and she and we tell you to come to Tammy's panel because we're not going to have her attacked on your panel by your trolls? Right. Nah, that ain't how it works. And then you want to try to run as soon as it happens.
Well, the one I thought was funny is I actually put up a video and gave them all an opportunity to come up and say their piece, give them 5 minutes. And they all sat out in the chat room and said, "Well, we don't want to come up because we don't want to give you views." And I'm like, "Dumbass, you already gave me the view. You're here."
Yep. Well, it's like I didn't pay attention well enough when I was on panel with Beaver the other day that I didn't catch it until I rewatched it. And the only reason why he couldn't see my messages under his video, or my comments, I should say, was because he at the top still said 33 previous comments. You have to click that in order for them to show. I said I was the 8th from the top.
I thought it was funny when you called him Beaver's a bad boy or something like that.
Yeah, bad Beaver.
Bad Beaver, that's what it was.
Yep.
Bad Beaver. That's not the first thing that came to my mind, I'll be honest.
Yeah, well, especially when I have that video called Brenda's Beaver Needs a Barber.
Yes, that's a book. Did you know that?
Yeah. I'm getting ready to read another one.
I was looking at that going, there now, I would not read that to my children. I'm sorry. There is no way in.
Okay. No. There's 7 in the series. They're called reach around books. It's that the kids get to enjoy colorful books with animals, and the parents get a little bit of humor at the same time.
Yeah, I watched Shrek too, so okay.
Yeah. You'd have to look up reach around books.
No, I don't.
Well, I'm gonna say what's on the panel, Jeremiah.
Good morning.
Jeremiah Raber.
So, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I say something about that comment that was posted?
Mm-hmm.
Now, anybody who knows anything about our show, they know about my past. They know that I've screwed up. I was never convicted with anything, but I ended up going to counseling. I fixed myself. I went to counseling for almost a whole year. About 3 months of it was court order, and the rest was all by my own choice to fix myself, to better myself. And I can honestly say if people would actually go look at the court dockets, they would see that there is nothing in there about what they're saying. Yes, there are articles out there saying I did that. There are police reports saying I did it, but when it comes to the court dockets, there was nothing ever convicted. I'm not saying that I'm innocent, but I changed my life and I did it for the better.
Oh, you don't need to explain around us. Everybody has a past.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that they're bringing stuff up from years ago, and acting like, oh my God, this is some new information, but it's all over the internet.
I put my one and only arrest and conviction out there.
Hell, I've got a record.
They tried to. Hunter was charged 2016, and 2017 with animal cruelty, which is not true at all.
See, here's the thing.
I mean, they just try to start drama. That's all it is. And I mean,
Mhm.
they can try, but
Uh,
so you have to worry about that.
Stephanie was on a live panel with me the other day, Jeremiah, and I asked this person that was on the panel, I can't even remember their name, 88, something like that. And I said, have you ever lied before? Because she was
Right.
going off on people for lying. And she said, yeah. And I said, so we're all liars. Everybody, what's the point?
Well, it's like
you show me a
with-
human
Yeah,
that
that
never
was-
lied, and I'll show you a liar.
well, it's like my conviction. I was barely 18, and if anybody was to read the court docket, you know, the transcripts, it says right in there that my mom said that I never physically touched her, but the judge was kind of biased because of my dad, and said I needed to fix my family at 18 years old.
With my ex-wife, I actually released the police reports that proved that shit never happened. That actually, with my ex-wife, it got thrown out of court. The judge threw it out because I proved that stuff wasn't the truth, and also the stuff that she was saying in the police reports. They said that they can tell it's not true.
See, I can get mine expunged, but the problem is I can't get any of the court paperwork because it's all been sealed.
I went to prison for hot sex and child support, but they won't show the part. I would bet they won't show the part where I paid child support and hot checks off.
No, I just wanted to clear that up, you know, because they're just literally trying to convince everybody that, oh, I'm still doing that, whatever. But no, I'm not. You know, that was how many years
To
ago?
me, everybody has a past. Nobody ever has to defend themselves to me.
That's right. And here's a cool one. And I seen this once on a coffee cup. So it's not my deal, but somebody said today is a gift from God. That's why they call it the present.
I think I've heard that one.
Hey, I like that. That's pretty cool.
Tomorrow's not guaranteed, and yesterday's already gone. Today is a gift from God. That's why they call it the present. I thought that was pretty good.
My favorite one is I color my life with the color of chaos.
What color is chaos?
It's a rainbow. It's every color.
It's a
in no
full
specific
spectrum.
order. Yep, no specific order.
Randomly. Throw paint at a wall. There's chaos.
It's like a paintbrush. It's never ending, and just randomly it can change in the middle of it, like those old gel pens that kids usually have.
I tell everybody that my life is full of organized chaos. Well, that's the way I see it. My life is full of organized chaos.
Yep. That's why I said I color my life with the color of chaos. I'm the only female living with my two sons, who one is about to turn 18 and thinks he's 21. My fiance, my father, two male ferrets, and a male cat. I color my life with the color, I color my life with the color of chaos.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Exactly. Sometimes I don't know how I keep it together.
My life is colored with sunshine because we just got to Florida late last night.
I wish. It's been cold and rainy.
I laugh because they keep trying to tell me who I am, and it's like my son's name is Robert. He's right back here. He's asleep. He works nights. 27 years old.
I saw that live stream where they were trying to say you didn't pay child support and you're in a whole bunch of trouble. I was watching that one.
Yeah, I've got a paper sitting right here with the case number and everything on it that states that it's paid. they closed the case in 2017. So I don't know what they're talking about.
They were still trying to get my dad like 10 years ago. I'm about to be 37. So we just had my mom write it off and give it to the courts. She's like, I don't want nothing.
Oh, Jeremiah,
Yes.
a friend of yours sent me this the other day.
Yeah, I see that stuff before it gets sent out.
It's a clitosaurus.
Mm-hmm.
He has 3 machines running at all times.
That's
Yeah,
what he
I
told me
know.
too. I have him working on something special for
Y'all
someone.
y'all should see what Patriot Defense made for my boys. They're gonna love it. You know, my son loves the Hulk. That's why we're always yelling Hulk smash the like button. Well, he made an Incredible Hulk for my son and put his name, and then the other one he likes Spider-Man, and he made a Spider-Man and put his name on it. And I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna hang it up in the wall in their room. So
That's pretty cool. I like Patriot Defense. He's all right. I got
my
no
youngest
problem.
is a huge fan of everything Batman. And it's
Mm.
kind of fitting because every time you see anything that's Batman, it usually goes along with stuff that's Superman. His little brother, who is not my child, but from his dad, his little brother is actually named Kal-El after Superman.
Batman's the one who started this coronavirus.
oh, hold on. Joe Rotten Raid. Okay.
They
Hey,
said
Mama
it was a
Nom.
brand.
Hey, Heart Rod. Hey, HPR. Hey, NC Tyrant Hunter. Damn, I turn away and I look at chat and Joe Cool, Ricky G,
Hi, everybody.
JVB. Yeah. I see that now, y'all. I didn't expect that. I turn around and look. Hey, I'm at 11 viewers. Woo-hoo!
I'll just wave at them because there's too many names there to mention. But hi to everyone.
I don't know if I said hey to you, but if you're hey, Heather. Jesus.
Jada put up that video. I guess it was her daughter that graduated, and she was holding the diploma. And I put a comment on the video. I said, "Wow, look, Jada finally graduated."
My son will graduate 2 days after his birthday.
I graduated.
Actually, exactly a month from today. He will graduate a month from today. God, I'm old.
We have a joke around here that if your dad walks you to school because you're in the same grade, you might be a redneck.
I don't think there's a you might be a redneck joke I haven't heard.
That's okay. What people don't understand is the word redneck actually comes from a terminology from people who worked in the field because they stayed bent over working in the field so much that their neck got sunburned.
Or like my fiance who works with trees.
You know what? Will Smith explains the definition of redneck, and he explains it best in the movie The Wild Wild West.
Mm-hmm.
How'd he say it?
Hold on. Red, the color of blood, the color of passion. And then he's like, neck. And he's like, all right, well, I ain't got nothing for neck, but y'all get what I'm saying.
I was going to see if you could get it.
I gotta go plant snapdragons sometime this morning.
Well, that raid didn't last long.
I didn't catch that. Did anyone else catch it?
But I felt it was getting great.
I'm lost. Stephanie, translate.
I was actually just reading something from Wild West. That was a quote. Never drum on a white lady's boobies at a big redneck dance.
Yep.
That is one movie I've never seen.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
Oh
I've
my
actually gotten my
god,
kids to
you
sit down
need
and
to
watch it.
My favorite part.
My kids love all the movies I grew up with. So like I constantly can get them to watch like Howard the Duck and The Abyss and Space Camp, and yeah, they love it.
And then it was funny because his partner was going to dress as the lady, and he thought it was his partner, and it really wasn't. It was an actual lady who looked like that.
Yeah,
And
and he's sitting
he
there
tried
drumming
to
on her
defend
boobs.
himself, talking about, he's like, how we done in our in Africa, our ancestors used to play the drums and stuff like that. It was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we lost Destinus.
So, which one of you two said that you live around Amish?
Me.
Actually, I do too, but
Oh, nice. In Pennsylvania,
Michigan.
Michigan.
no, actually, I'm North Carolina. So. We have an Amish community where they literally have the horse-drawn wagons and stuff too. So
All of ours do.
Did you know that there's Amish in 42 states and Canada?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I know there was a big controversy there for a while about the ones that came from Canada and moved down by Mexico, and yeah. I don't watch cable TV, so when I watch anything, I watch documentaries.
And no lie, I've actually wanted to learn how to make homemade butter. I'm not gonna lie.
Homemade what?
Butter.
Homemade butter.
Oh my god, that stuff is so good.
Yeah, I've heard it's delicious. I've never had homemade butter, but I want to learn how to make it, and I know the Amish know how to make it.
If I ever come down that way, I will teach you how to make Swiss meringue. That is to die for. Oh.
Well, as soon as this crap's over with, we actually need to get together and meet. Now, you might have to come my way because I don't fly. I'll drive before I'll fly.
I've flown too many times already. I'd rather drive. Well. I get the scenic route.
Yeah, I always say if God wanted me to fly, he would have gave me wings and made me a bird.
I like flying. I've been flying in airplanes at least 2 a summer, sometimes 4 a summer since I was 5.
So that's back
mainly because my family's way spread out. So
was that back when smoking was still allowed on the flights?
No.
How long ago did they quit that?
I don't know. I know it's never been allowed while I've been on planes.
I don't know. I ain't never been on a plane, and I really don't want to get on a plane. So
my fiance hasn't either.
I was gonna put my fears to the side one time when my son had his seizure. He had to be airlifted from one hospital to another. I was actually gonna get on the helicopter, but because I opened my big mouth and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm terrified of flying," they would not allow me on the helicopter. After I had done put my fears to the side and I had prepared myself to get on that helicopter with my son. Said no.
See, I want to get in a helicopter,
they didn't
but
want me passing out on the helicopter.
I won't do a hot air balloon, but I wouldn't mind doing a helicopter.
You realize it's safer to get on a plane than it is to get in a car?
I can vouch for that. I hate cars. I have a maxophobia.
I'm the type of person I am scared. Like, we have the Charlotte Douglas International Airport in Charlotte, and every time I'm on the interstate, see a plane fly over, I'm paranoid that plane is going to crash and land on the interstate, and we're going to have nowhere to go, and we're going to die because of the plane crashing, and we're going to get hit or blown up by the plane.
I used to live next door to the local international airport. You do know what a Cessna is, though, right? The little four-seaters?
Yes.
I've actually been able to fly one of those all the way up to the Mackinac Bridge.
That's something I want to do. I have somebody out in Washington State, Vancouver, Washington, and they're a trainer. They said they want to train me how to fly for free.
I was 5. I just got to help fly it, like help steer. And I thought that was just the coolest thing ever. But my brother did take lessons on becoming a pilot.
Man, auditing the auditor, Teresa, let's see, Dragon Fire News, South Carolina. Sorry, I was trying to catch up.
And to answer Sunset's question, yes, I grew up in Ohio.
I thought I heard that too.
Pennsylvania used to be the biggest community. Now it's Ohio, and in the county that I grew up in, there's 13 different kinds of Amish, or 13 different levels, I should say.
I think around me, I know of for sure 3 different communities. But I don't know.
I only know of
if
one.
they're connected in any way or anything. I just know that they all live in different areas, the 3 different areas.
And if you go into North Dakota, Wisconsin, those are the Amish that are like that's where the Amish are that are like the movie The Witness with Harrison Ford. Very, very strict.
I know 2 of the communities around here are fairly strict, but at the same time, I don't see them like. It's different, because you've grown up with them, but they don't show disrespect for each other like everybody else does just in normal talking.
They want you to think that they're
right,
good at hiding
but
stuff.
I mean, the ones that I've been around and actually have communicated with, because there's a store that I go to that is the Amish store right near us. I've never had any issues there or have ever heard of any issues happening there.
Did you hear about that Amish bishop that got busted? I believe it was in Pennsylvania, just very recently, because there's a lot of sexual abuse that goes on versus father-daughter in the Amish
right.
community. And
the only one I really heard about was the one in Canada that was drug smuggling.
Yeah, that happens a lot. But that bishop in Pennsylvania, he's now facing prison time because he knew it was happening, but they didn't turn it over to the authorities because they think they can handle it within the church. Now, some of that stuff is, handling stuff the way they do. Some of it is good, but there's a lot of it that's not.
Right. Just like in everyday life, it all depends on the situation, if it is good or not. Uh-oh, Mommy Minnie's frozen. Winter's over, you shouldn't be frozen. Good morning, safety man.
Hello?
Mommy Minnie, try rebooting. I can barely hear you.
Let's try it.
I can hear you more that time.
Okay. Welcome in, safety man, and I'll catch you later.
But Mommy of Many, I'm going to jump off here. I just want to say thanks for letting me come up here and clear the air with that, whatever you want to call them.
Well, you have a great day and enjoy
man,
that weather down there.
I will definitely do that.
Oh no, I'm up here all alone. Somebody pull Mommy of Many strings. She's not talking. Okay.
Hello.
I think my chat is frozen again.
I was going to refresh, but I guess I'm going to now, right?
I can barely hear you now. I only know really, really corny jokes. So, like for an elephant, it would be what do you get when you mix an elephant, a rhino, and a hippopotamus? A helifino. An elephant, a rhino, and a what was it? I think it's a hippo, an elephant, and a rhino. It's a helifino. I can kind of hear you. I can see your picture now. I think you're roboting and probably just about time to see the kids. And I've got to wake up Xander because he's got just this last week of classes to finish. If his butt don't get up and get in gear, he's not going to get up at all.
Yeah.
She's having issues. I've got a senior to wake up and make sure he does his classes. because of this whole COVID crap. So everybody have a great day.
Here.